this is the heart of all of the work that we do. When I say we, I mean Jesse Johnson Coaching, but I also our team, but I also mean the larger field of personal, professional, spiritual development is just navigate the fact that we have both parts. We have the part of us that wants to grow and improve and expand and do more, serve more, have more, be more, experience more. And the part of us that will truly go to any lengths to prevent that exact thing that we want from happening. And generally speaking, the more we want, or the bigger the desire, the bigger the growth opportunity, the bigger the resistance. And there is something very core about that. That is our nature. We are the one form of life on planet Earth that can choose not to grow. And it's kind of a compliment, like we're the species that has that cognitive capacity. We don't have to grow. We can have free will in a different way than any other creature, any other plant, life, mushroom, any kind of form of life. And this is the complexity of it, that we all have a subconscious program operating in our minds that wants to protect us at all costs. And we'll do anything, we'll do anything to keep us from the danger of growth, the danger of possibility, the danger of new experience, the danger of expansion, the danger of visibility, the danger of risk.
As you were saying that, I was thinking of these gigantic water lilies. This was it's Green Planet, Sir David Attenborough, his new jam out there. And just the unstoppable nature of these gigantic lily pads, where they're just like reaching to the surface of the water for the sun, and there's no stopping them. Like the growth is what they are here for, and they will find every which way to get up there and unfurl these gigantic leaves. And it's also in that quote, right, about like bloom wherever you're planted. And it's so true. Like plants are not like, oh no, I'm going to not bloom because, you're so pretty over there, other plants and flowers. So I'm just going to, no. They're just like, wow, my radiance, here it is, unfurling, beautiful. And yet, because this is so effective in keeping us small, it's kind of rampant, and it's kind of like a go-to for the subconscious, for the ego, this comparison.
Yes. I've known this story for decades, but it's rare that it's going through something. There's something in the astrological organization that's wanting this story retold and retold, which is from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There is I'm like geeky enough to know the story, but not geeky enough to remember the name. There's a torture device that wasn't designed as a torture device. So many torture devices arise. It was a piece of innovation that they realized then functions well as a torture device, and that's how they use it. And it shows, you go inside, I picture like a phone booth sized container, you go inside this little room, and it shows you in the context of the entire universe. Really, it's showing you the universe, and all the people who have ever entered have either immediately died or gone mad. So it's sort of now it's known to have this impact. And the main character, whose name is Zaphod Beeblebrox, just to shout out my own geekiness, goes in, and he's like warned, like, don't go, it's going to kill you, whatever. This is what's going to happen. You're going to see the entire universe, and it's going to destroy you. And he goes in and comes out shortly later and says, sort of proudly and matter-of-factly, I'm the center of the universe. And I remember this as a child, like I was a teenager maybe when I watched this. It was just like, oh, this is the hack, right? Because the universe is magnificently large. When we compare ourselves to it, we will always be minuscule. And yet there is this paradoxical truth that's simultaneously juxtaposed, which is that we are at the center, at least of our universes. And And both can be true. We can be both small and large. We can be both minuscule and central. And I just loved, like, I remember when I read that in high school that I felt the freedom of being the kind of person who would have that experience, you know, the one who would go in what had been a torture chamber for everyone else would be a confirmation, you know, for this, I think at the time I didn't realize that that was waiting for me, but that's what I see now, is that there was something about Zaphod's, undeniable sort of confidence and willingness to see himself that way. It was so radical in the context of the story, but so radical also in my body, and really like lit me up. I was like, that's how I want to live in the world. I want to let the torture chambers of the world affirm my existence.
Everything you want is already